Hola. From the west side. It is me, DC the Purple Diva. And welcome to Not So Random Chat. Happy Saturday, guys. Hey, Mitchell family. Foods and Adventure. Mr. Fulton, you guys beat me. Thanks for coming out. I'm feeling a little better tonight. This cold is a kicker. But I'm pushing through it. I hope all you guys are having a great evening. And that everybody is being safe in these YouTube streets. Please be safe in these YouTube streets. So much stuff going on. But I'm on the Zen side. I'm enjoying this time of the year, getting to spend time with friends and family. You know, a lot of people are off work, you know, so they're able to hang out. So it's a cool thing. Catch up with friends. Spend time with family. And I actually talked to my dad, and my sister actually got to meet my niece that I still haven't met. When she was in North Carolina, but I guess I'm gonna have to go to Georgia to go meet my niece, y'all. Yep. Because she is a little athlete. She plays basketball. So I'm gonna have to start hanging out, catching up with family, because she's gonna be grown before I know it. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. I hope it was a beautiful day, wherever you are. Tonight is just gonna be kind of a slow night, you know. There's lots of drama going on YouTube. Sad. Don't really want to talk about it. I hope that it goes away. People go back to content creating, but that doesn't seem to be what's going on. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to create a great channel and great live streams where people can just come and hang out and talk about whatever, you know. Because I know as soon as the holidays are over. Hey, how are you, Muchindu? How are you? Thanks for coming. I know after the holidays, those of us who are here in the United States will be brought back to reality because the impeachment hearings in the Senate will start. You know, even though, no problem. Thank you for passing through to say hi. I appreciate it. Don't forget to smash that like button if you like my broadcast. But, you know, yeah, here in the United States, after the holidays, you know, we'll be back to the reality of the impeachment of our president. And I mean, my personal opinion is that I don't think that he's going to be impeached by the Senate. You know, and, you know, a lot of us have been, you know, talking about what we think that the other party can do to kind of get people to care and want to vote again. I'm not one of those people. I vote regardless. But I am also not a member of either of the major parties. I'm a nonpartisan voter. That's the way I do it. Thank you, Muchindo. Thank you so much. You know, but, regardless of what people want to say, this president was elected by the Electoral College, which is the way that we vote him in. And if they're not able to prove that he has had a, I guess they say he exerted, went across the higher than authority he should have. I don't know if they're going to be able to prove that. And although they want this impeachment to have a negative effect on this president, I'm not sure that that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying. Because the other major party can't seem to figure out what they want to do. But I know they're going to have to get the younger votes. They're going to have to get the younger vote. Anyway, you guys can hear my son in the background. He's supposed to be eating, but he seems to be wanting to make noises so that you guys know he's here. So he's here. You guys hear him in the background. He's eating some food. Yeah, it's been a kind of rough holiday with him. I'm not sure why he's been acting out so much, you guys, but we're going to figure that stuff out in the new year because he is about to go into his behavior therapy. And I will be vlogging about that and we'll be talking about that. Hey, Matt. Hi, Miss Gen X. I know it's morning. Yeah, it's still evening here, but it's probably morning for some other folk, or almost morning. But I'm in California, so it's still Saturday night for me. And, I'm probably going to be on here for a little while. Not as long as I normally am. Because I'm still, as I said, you guys, a little under the weather. And my voice still sounds like crap. So I'm not going to talk it completely out on here with you guys. But I just wanted to kind of get on here and, get on here and give you guys just a little calm music, slow down, because there's a whole bunch of crap going on out in YouTube. And it's a mellow Saturday night. It's almost the end of the year. We are about to embark on a new decade. Hey, Miss Gigi. Thank you for coming. We're about to embark on a new decade, guys. And, for me, being a woman of a certain age and of a certain ethnicity, I have high hopes for this next decade, And I definitely have high hopes for myself on YouTube in this next year. Because what my hope is, by the end of 2020, is that I grow my channel to at least 10,000 subscribers. So that means I'm going to be doing a whole lot of meeting people out in these YouTube streets, trying to put out really good commentary and everything, bring you guys, more stuff about, life on the autism spectrum, being a caregiver, and just open up more things in my life. Let you guys see the acting side of me. Let you guys see the artist side of me. You know, I might even throw some singing in there. We'll see. We'll see. You know. But I definitely plan on having my channel monetized. So my goal is to be monetized during the first quarter of the year. So I'm going to be keeping on pushing out good content and having these lives with you guys. And, you know, sometimes we'll have panels up here because I like to talk about different things. I love to talk about different things. You know, sometimes when my brother, Lakuma Toure, is in the building, we're going to continue in the new year on our discussions on the Khazarian Jews and, of course, on the PLO and just the activities and things that are going on in that part of the world. And just so we have a real understanding of what's going on versus the way that things are slanted to us. You know, got to know the truth. The truth is the only way, you know. I mean, I think I've said it a couple of times that, you know, the Khazarian Jews converted to Judaism, and they are not the biblical Jews. They are not. They say they are, but they are not. And it is not me being anti-Semitic at all. I'm simply stating the fact that the biblical Jews were people of color and they didn't turn white. They spread out into Africa, and these people came from a different part of the world, you know, above Turkey. That's where their ancestors came from, and they converted to Judaism after the death of Yeshua. Yes, that's the truth. And many people know that. Now, the question is, why are they in the Middle East? Why are they in that land? Why is there such a conflict over that piece of land? You know, you have to know the real truth about it. It's not about these. It's really not about these people. They were kind of made they were trying to just find a place for them. And this just happened to be the place that they ended up. They were trying to go other places. But I digress. You know, people just need to wake up. You know, and understand, you know, those of us who have a relationship, you know, with the Almighty, and understand how all of this plays into what is going to go on in the end times. Black people need to wake up. Y'all need to know who y'all are. I'm just saying. Those of you in the diaspora, like myself. Hey, Matt. You know, so we're definitely going to be exploring that more in the new year because we've really only touched on the surface of the stuff. I mean, literally, we've only gotten to the 1950s, and we're already 20 years into the 21st century. We've got a lot to go, and we haven't even gotten to the point in talking about the Palestinian Liberation Organization as to when they finally actually became that. We're going to talk about Gaddafi. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about, you know, the efforts on the continent to take back their own, get their own currency, and not, shall we say it bluntly, be the coin coffers for countries like France. And don't get it twisted, the United States as well. They got a dog. They got a bone in this show. Exactly. You know, I mean, we here on this side of the Atlantic, so to speak, yeah, many of us went, our ancestors went through slavery, but on the continent of Africa, let me just say the colonization over there and all of that stuff, I mean, technically, they're really still, even though they appear to be free, they're not. They're not. They're not any more free than we really are. Can you imagine living on the continent where the most of the resources are in the world, and the people who are native to that continent don't even have the rights to their own resources because everything's been privatized by colonization of Europe? And every time they try to get it together, they get opposition, and it looks like that these are guerrilla terrorists and everything over there. That's not what's going on. These people are trying to get out from under European domain. And countries like our country, the United States, are making it very hard. We make them believe that they need that in order for us to help them, well, we want them to revert back and give their resources back to other people. They're slowly getting it together, y'all, though. And we just don't understand that once that shift does happen, because, if you listen to different sources, some sources say that they're trying to abolish the planet of melanated people. But then other sources, which I believe are more reliable, say that by the year 2050, the majority of the children on this planet are going to be on the continent of Africa. So then that would mean that by 2050, there's going to be a lot more people of color. You know what, Mr. Fulton, I don't really do like New Year's resolutions and everything. I have goals for next year for my YouTube channel and personal goals, but I don't really do resolutions. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to start going to the gym, that kind of crazy stuff. Yeah, I don't even do anything like that. But like the first month of the year, I always do in the first month of the year, after the holidays, I do a fast, so I fast a lot during the month of January to kind of get my mind focused, but I already know that definitely, what my goals are for the YouTube channel. And I'm already planning out stuff, putting it on the drawing board. I'm creating a vision board for my YouTube, separate from, my overall vision board. Because I think that that'll help me in getting to the goals that I want to get to, because I'm close to meeting both of my goals that I wanted by the end of this month. How I wanted to get out 2019. And so now I'm setting my goals for for long term, for the end of the year, by the end of the year, and things that I want to accomplish in the first 90 days. Hey, Terry. Oh, no worries. Yeah, we're not going to do a long chat tonight. It's probably only going to be on maybe an hour at the most, because I'm still trying to get my voice back together. Yeah. Yeah, so I think, doing like the just the fasting, and for me, I do fasting and praying. I think that would be really good for me to do during the month of January. Starting off the year. I mean, because I typically eat, healthy anyway, and I didn't stray that far from it during the holidays. So it's not going to be hard for me to, switch to that more um, vegetable diet for the month of January. I'll probably, put a little fish here and there, and maybe a piece of, some piece of chicken breast or something. But for the most part, I'm gonna try to keep it like more plant-based for the month. Thank you so much, Terry. Yeah, I don't just talk about autism. I know a whole bunch of stuff. And, I'm definitely a natural girl. Yeah, and I mean, I've thought about like doing videos on, my hair care regime. I might do that on one, just what I really do in regards to keeping my hair natural. Even though I wear the crazy colors in my hair, I still keep healthy hair underneath all those crazy colors. Hey, AKA James, how are you? Oh, you gonna be hungover in PJs, Miss Gigi? I don't know. I mean, see, here my choices are. For New Year's Eve, I can go to like this, this bar that I know that has like a little get together thingy, or I'm gonna go to church to watch night. So it's either or, and if I go to the bar, I'm not gonna really be drinking that much. I'm just gonna be there. Hopefully they'll have karaoke and I'll sing. Oh, I'm so glad you did, Terry. That was really fun. Nope, we didn't. I'll just say, Black women, we've had a thing with our hair. It's been a love-hate situation, and a lot of that has been, systemic because of European influences, on what is considered quote unquote good hair, but our hair can do things their hair can't do. So, and there's a reason why we have all these kinky textures and curls and, that we don't have to go pay for. We just have to keep our hair hydrated and, stop chasing this fantasy of, what is beautiful. I think my natural beauty is beautiful. I don't wear a whole bunch of makeup. I don't have to. I don't have to, I know I love doing karaoke. I always do this karaoke contest every year, every summer. Either they do the karaoke fest or they do the song burst. And I always do that. This year I did rock. Last year I did R&B. So next year, I still want to do either rock or R&B or maybe pop. But I got to get my country songs up because I don't know a lot of country songs. And I want to learn some country songs. I know show tunes, though, because they have it in categories. But I participate in every one of them until one of them gets me to the finals. I know. I mean, you know, like for me, I grew up on the East Coast of the United States, and the East Coast, I'll just say, growing up, the way that we dealt with that hair was probably very, very different than how they deal with it here on the West Coast. You know, but I think it was probably similar to how women had to deal with their hair in the South because we had all that humidity and everything. And I had long, thick hair. And I guess my mom did not want to wash hair in a bathtub. So, hence, you know, my hair got permed or relaxed as it was back then when I was, you know, fairly young. And I do not recommend that for anybody. I would, please don't perm your child's hair. Please don't do that. Don't do it. If you're going to do anything, I mean, flat iron it because it can go back to its own texture. Do not perm, you know, even the kitty relaxers, all of that stuff is bad for a child's hair. So, you know, a lot of us had our original textures destroyed through that, and then it literally, you know, took you years to get your texture back, growing it out, you know, or doing the chop, you know, but it only takes a couple of years to get it back, you know, but we just have to remember our hair needs lots and lots of moisture, no matter how we're wearing it. If you perm it, you need moisture. If you flat iron it, you need moisture. If you wear it natural, you need moisture, you know. But I've been natural since I was in my 20s, you know, good, bad, or whatever, you know, and nowadays I wear it mainly in braids because really for me, this is easier than wearing my hair out natural because my hair is really, really curly and it's a curly mess. And it takes a lot of work to tame those curls. I don't want to do it. So this is why, you know, I'll wear it out natural every once in a while. You know, I love, you know, I just started, you know, in my 20s, you know, just getting back to just doing my own hair. Because when I stopped perming, then I started, you know, I braided my hair for a while, you know, then, you know, when I decided that I was going to color my hair, and I never colored it before, never do that again. But that then broke off all this length that I had. So then I weaved for like a little while, and then I went back to wearing braids to get my length back. Yeah, I think I'll stay away from weaves. Yeah, think I will. Hey, Joy. You know, even though I'm not a wig girl, if I want to have a change up on my hairstyle other than my natural, then yeah, I can put on a wig for a day and do that. You know, I mean, I just, you know, I don't see why it's such torture to wear your hair naturally. You know, but I don't know, maybe some men don't like it. I don't date those men. I don't date men who don't like natural hair. So, that's me. You know, if that's what you're into, well, I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's fine, but I'm not that girl. I'm not her. You know, I'm not going to be wearing my hair straight just so you can see how long it is. Yep. I'm so done with coloring. That's why I braid in my purple. I braid it in. That's the only color I'm going to do. That's the only color I'm going to do. Yeah, I mean, I switch it up. I switch up the, you know, how, like, even with my hair being in braids, it's not always braided the same way. And it's definitely not always purple. I'm just going through a phase. I was going through a phase where I decided it's going to be purple for the time being, you know. But, you know, a year ago, I was wearing my hair. I was just wearing my natural hair. You so funny, Matt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some guys don't care. Some guys don't care. And the thing is that if you're going to wear the wigs and, you know, and the weaves, just make it look, you know, natural, you know, and make sure that you're also taking care of your natural hair underneath those things, you know. Well, see, I've had like gray hair in the middle of my hair my whole life. And it wasn't until I got older that I started coloring. And that's just the color over the gray. You know, but, you know, my hair is reddish brown. And I can't, you know, and I always try to tone it down to brown, you know, because I need to go that dark in order to cover up my gray. But the reddish brown just comes on through. It covers up the gray though. So. But I just do that like when I take my braids down. Then I'll dye my hair. And I don't do it every time. Because I don't like to be, you know, coloring my hair that often. So I don't do it every time. If I'm wearing my hair in braids, yeah, I don't color it every time I take the braids down. But, you know, I didn't do it. So since I didn't like color it the last time I took the braids down, when I take these down this week coming up, I'm going to color my hair. Yeah, you know, I've never gone that short, Matt. You know, that does look very good on some women, like that Amber Rose look. And like, you know, like Toni Braxton with the short hair on her, it looks really, really good, you know. And I'm not saying it wouldn't look good on me, but I ain't doing it. So, and I definitely date guys that like hair. They don't like short hair. So, not that short. I know you said that, Miss Gigi. I don't know. I could never just chop all my hair. I mean, I cut my hair like to my shoulders. I've done that. But I've never like cut it short. And when I cut it to my shoulders and then I, you know, wet it, then it, you know, it's like a bush, a natural. Like a curly natural. But my hair would never stay up in a natural because it would always flop because it was never short enough, no matter how much I teased it. It would always flop. And I would always have to do, you know how you do with the part in the middle and pin down the middle. That's the only kind I could wear. Because my front wouldn't stay up. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so, you know, one of my friends, she just cut her hair, but she like cut off her locks after having locks for years and years and years. I mean, I had never known this woman without having locks. And she just cut them off, and now she's growing her hair back out. No locks. But I mean, her locks were down to past her waist. You know, but she, you know, something was going on in her life, and she just decided it was time. Yeah, I've done the henna coloring. I've done the henna too. I like how the henna comes out. Oh, I know I sound so stuffy, guys. I'm sorry. Wait 1 second. I'm going to put you guys on mute for just 1 second. I got to blow my nose. I'll be right back. I'm back, guys. I feel so much better. I just had to. I could not breathe. When I've done the henna, it lasts for like about a month, because I don't wash my hair, you know, infrequent. I wash my hair a few times a week, so I guess it depends on how often you wash in your hair, because, you know, henna is going to eventually fade. And then I don't even really use the permanent colors. I still use the, you know, the permanent rinses that eventually, you know, go away. Hey, just chilling. Yeah. But, you know, I'm not going to wear my hair salt and pepper. I'm not ready for that. Not happening. You know, other women, they can do that if they want to. I'm not doing it for you. I will be, you know, rinsing and most of my gray is just like around the edges and stuff, really. My legitimate grays that I got from my son. You know. But, you know, now people will braid their hair gray. That is like, yeah, they'll braid in the gray hair. They be braiding their hair in gray. I'm not doing that. No. That would make me look so old, man. You know, I would have this young face with the gray hair. No. We not doing that. You know. Yeah, we ain't gonna even do that. You know. But I know it's hard for some women to handle when their hair starts turning gray. It is what it is. You know. No, you should probably go over there and let them do it then. Go over there and let them do it. It feels good when somebody else is washing your hair. You just have to be careful who you let touch your head. That's the only thing. You know? Because I've only had like outside of me washing my own hair, yeah, I've only had a couple people that I've ever allowed to touch my head, and it's just, nothing to do with, people skills and everything, but that's a very, intimate thing, letting somebody touch your head. Oh, you found your first grace? Child. How old was I when I found my first gray? 40 something. It was disturbing. And it was because of my son. And I knew. That's when you start getting, when the kids start stressing you out, you start getting the gray around the temple. Yeah, that was it. I don't pull them out though. I just dye them. What else am I gonna do? Oh, we don't want to talk about that.
The look on your face.
We don't want to talk about that. Oh my God.
Damn it.
Just till you found your first one at 27. Yeah, I mean, some guys, start going salt and pepper in their 20s. But yeah, I was like, the peanut gallery was over here talking about the other places that we find gray hair as we get older that nobody told you about. Yeah, those shocking places that people find gray hair. And you wonder why, and that's why they're always shaving everything off down there, so that you'll see that gray hair. And I'm just going to say it that way and move on in my conversation. It's like, when you go gray, yeah, everything goes gray. All over the place. Frightening. I was like, frightening. And nobody tells you that, I'm telling y'all, before y'all get there, when you start to go gray, everything goes gray. Yes. Yes. So even if you're dying up top, the bottom will never lie. It will never lie. That's why everybody's bald down there, so that they can lie. It happens. I'm like, why don't they tell you that stuff? They just wait for you to discover it on your own. Nobody talks about that part. They tell you about going through the change, so to speak, and that you might have hot flashes, but a lot of women don't. And you do things to not have flashes. And then, they don't tell you that, after if you were one of those women who had hairy legs when you were younger, you ain't got to worry about that when you get older. All that hair will go away. All goes away. Yep. All goes away. Like on their legs, because like for me, I'm one of those girls from the East Coast. Okay. And back east, we were not into shaving our legs. That was definitely a West Coast thing. Okay. So I'd wear stockings because I had hairy legs. Wasn't no big deal to me. I didn't care. But I don't have to worry about that anymore. I have no hair on my legs. All gone. Bye-bye. All gone. Bye-bye now. So now I have nice smooth legs, like all these women are paying by getting their legs waxed, which, by the way, hurts like I don't know what. People getting waxed. And they, yep, getting their legs waxed. I did it one time. That was the only time I did it. Because I was like, oh no, we're not doing this. As she ripped that wax off my leg, so I had to go through with the second one. So I did it, but then I was like, no, we're not doing this again. I'm good. You know, but I tried it. You know, I did it once. You know, but by the time but now I don't have to worry about that. I no longer have hairy legs. And now that my mom did tell me. That my mother did tell me, rest her soul. She did tell me that I wouldn't have to worry about my legs being hairy when I got older because it was going to go away. She was right about that. And shoot, some guys like hairy legs. They like girls with hairy legs. Don't get it twisted. You know, see, I've never done my eyebrows. I've never done my eyebrows because my eyebrows are naturally arched. You know, I don't have no hair in in between my eyebrows. I don't have a unibrow or anything. And I never got them to thin them out because I knew if you start doing that, then you have to keep doing it. So I'm good. I'm just like, we're gonna deal with whatever God gave us. And I'm so glad that I have, because I have so many friends that got that done and wish they hadn't gotten their eyebrows done. Hey, Miss Pamela. Yeah. People who have wished they never got their eyebrows done. I'm like, the things that women do for beauty. Ugh. Like, you're not putting no wax on my face. And then the plucking, then they pluck them. Yep, I always had hairy legs. And they were skinny. I had skinny, hairy legs. And I was a dancer. But, I always had on tights when I was dancing and everything, so nobody could see my hairy legs. Yeah, see, I think I might have shaved a couple of times. But I think I cut my leg one time. I'm like, I'm done with this, not doing this no more. And then I tried the thing where you just put the foamy stuff. I did that too a couple of times. But yeah, waxing one time. Once. That was all I took for me not to do that ever again. Never. Not going through no pain. Wasn't worth it to me. See, that's why I don't do that's yeah. And you just gotta be careful with the razors. With the cut, that's And then they have like and you can't use the little funky one, not if you have thick hair on your legs. You have to use the ones that has the 3 ones. And then you have to be careful that you don't cut yourself. Don't get too close. But I don't have those issues anymore. That I'm happy about. That issue is gone. Forever. Never to return. But yeah. I was like, it's so funny the things women go through. For beauty. To conform. To have the nice smooth legs because that's what they say they want you to have. you know, and then to have the nice straight hair instead of our beautiful curly hair. But I do like the fact that so many sisters are going and, you know, just let their hair go natural and have the curly hair, you know, and just embracing it again. And just, I mean, learning your own hair, because everybody's hair is different, you know. You know, that's the thing about our hair. Because we have so many mixtures of textures, our hair generally is not just one texture, you know, like other people of other ethnicities. Their hair is generally on their head, the same texture all over their head. Whereas with us, our hair can be one texture in the front and a whole nother texture in the back. But as India Ari said, I am not my hair. I'm not. My hair is a crown on my head for my self-expression. And that's why we're embraced, because that's how I express my love for my hair. I'm keeping it nice and protected most of the time. In, you know, beautiful braids, colorful, you know, and I put, you know, sometimes I put, you know, like the little gold jewelry. Sometimes I'll put the shells in my hair and everything. I have fun with it. Yeah. You know, well, that, I mean, here's the thing. We culturally, we're not probably into being hairless on our legs and everything. That's something, you know, again, that they kind of, that's coming from Europe, I'm sure. And people of other ethnicities thinking that that was more acceptable, you know, than our hairy legs. But like I said, I liked my hairy legs because I was still a female. With no question about that. You know? I know. I love that India Arie song. I love her music. Like one of my favorite songs by her is that one, Brown Skin. That's one of my favorite songs by her. I think her father played basketball. I think her father was a basketball player, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. It's like, you know, I think it's like I said, I think it's a cultural thing. Because like I said, I grew up, I wasn't shaving my legs. That was something was brand new to me in California. You know, just was. Because it was like, I got hairy legs. Okay, whatever. Hey, Miss Bennett in America. How are you? Yeah, that song by India Arie. Brown skin, up against my brown skin. I love that song. Yep. Yep, I like that song. And then her other song, the one I'm Ready to Love, that one is a beautiful song too. That one's beautiful too. I'm good. I'm just Miss Bennett, I'm just trying to get myself well from this little cold that I managed to contract during the Christmas holidays, but I'm doing good. Yeah, that first album, actually, all of her albums are really, really good. You know, but I like the songs where she's just playing on the acoustic guitar, some of the acoustic guitar versions of some of her music. Yeah. Yeah, I like India.Arie's music. It's very, very soothing and healing. Yeah, very, very soothing and healing. You know, I mean, it's not that many artists out there where you can just pick up their album and listen to it from the beginning to the end. It's just not that many you know, most of them now, it's like you just download the one song. You don't download the whole album. You might download a couple of songs, but you know, you still want artists to produce music that you can enjoy the entire experience. I don't know who she's with now, because India.Arie's, you know, she's dated several different men in the industry. She dated. I think she dated Music Soul Child for a minute. I think she might have dated Common. She's dated a few men in the industry, but I don't know who she's with currently or if she's single currently. Yeah, but her music is good. You know. And she definitely, you know, talks lovingly about black men. So you can't beat her for that. She has a lot of self-love. She embraces herself. Hey, Inat. Welcome. Thank you for coming. But I hope we get some good music from some of these artists in the new year, because y'all know that Anita Baker is now going to be doing a residency in Las Vegas. So that is the only way anybody's going to be able to see her in 2020. Is they're going to have to fly to Vegas to see her. And I'm not sure if she's doing 1 year or a 2 year thing there. But we know she's going to be there at least for the year 2020. You know, that's a smart move though for the older artists to do that. You know, rather than touring, make the people come to you. You know, I mean, Celine Dion's done it. J-Lo's done it. Janet did it. But I think Anita's going to do a good job, because I think that'll be good for her. You know? I think that will be good for her. I'm going to have to try to get me some tickets and go to one of those shows while she's in Vegas. Anita Baker's she's going to be doing a residency in Las Vegas. And, you know, like that's Anita Baker, that's like, you know, my younger days when all her good stuff was out. I was young. I was young, and I love all that music. I like so I think it'll be good. And then she could always get some guest performers to come up there and sing sometimes with her, because she done duets with everybody. One second, guys. I'm just put you on mute for one moment. I am back, guys. Sorry about that. I had to blow my nose again. And I'm not going to do that on live stream. So I'm going to put y'all on mute. Y'all don't need to hear my horn. But I think I'm going to, even though we got a good chat going tonight, I think I'm going to end it right now. Because I'm struggling, y'all. I'm struggling tonight. So I'm going to go and get some sleep tonight. Get myself rested up. So I can go and say hallelujah in the morning for the last Sunday of the year. And hopefully I'll have a voice in the morning because I have to sing. I hope I have a voice in the morning, y'all. But I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Probably I may pop up for a little while while the nothing games are on, because all the games tomorrow are nothing games, because whoever's going to the playoffs is going to the playoffs. Whatever happens tomorrow, that's for nothing. But I will see you guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so, so, so much, because you could have been any place but here. And I thank you guys for always coming out and supporting me. We will be back on tomorrow. And Terry, depending on how you are feeling, we may want to start some of our discussion tomorrow. You just, let me know if you're up to it. Okay? All right, you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Until the next time, I'm offering you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.